Welcome back to those who are here, if anybody's here yet. I know y'all not used to me being on time last couple of weeks. Last couple of streams, I haven't been. There's a couple of things to go over. Not a lot of stuff. It just since I started kind of doing these lives on Thursdays, I wanted to kind of keep doing that, just to kind of keep a schedule going. Um, Working on a couple of different things. If any of y'all have saw my video that was yesterday, it was uh it was an interesting video. For those who don't realize, I'll be honest with you, there's a part of me when I wake up the next morning, kind of like a bad night at the bar. I'm like, what the hell did I do there? Um, there's just times I feel like I gotta defend myself and be honest with you. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep the video up there, just because it is kind of a bit harsh. But when I keep getting accused of different things that are going on with that project, I just feel I have to defend myself. And I don't know, maybe one day they'll go away and I won't have to deal with it no more. Another part, somebody actually suggested to do each of my videos, especially like my live streams, on the bottom left corner of my window. You know, like some guys who stream on YouTube or do video on YouTube have different static images of sponsors and stuff like that. Putting a countdown calendar, um, day day 291 of no CEX listing for DeFi. But which date do you use? You know, we've been hearing that since August, and September 21st or 23rd. I forget what it was. I got a snapshot it somewhere. Or they used March 1st, because he said that when March 3rd it was supposed to be imminent. And just leave it at that. Don't say nothing else about it. Don't speak of them no more. And then just put the countdown calculator. You know, I don't know. Um, it's it's weird. Trying to follow along on YouTube. So, what do we have going on? Bitharvest has a lot of stuff going on. Y'all know I'm big into that. Y'all know that we finally set up a Bitharvest device. I have testing going on between that and some other devices. I'm currently kind of taking it on my own. These guys said that it wasn't going to work, but you know me, I'm hard headed and stubborn. If anybody knows that, so I figured I'd try it on my own. So I've tried taking their firmware, putting it on a Rock Pi, but that thing's been a piece of trash ever since I had it with helium, and that did not work. They're saying that they were aware of that, and that's on their list. Um, I currently have a La Potato that I'm dying to get on Bitharvest, only because with Wingbits and with DEFLI, I pushed a lot of people with La Potatoes. Great pricing. They work great. Never had an issue with them. $35. If you need a power supply with it, the power supply might have been another $5, $6, $7 or something like that, American. And they just work. They're cheaper than, one time Paz last year were going for outrageous pricing, if you can even get them. Um, I haven't been following the whole Pi thing, so I can't tell you what they're running right now. But the La Potatoes worked great. So I've been talking to them. I am sending, if anybody knows Source Code, who's one of the big guys in Bitharvest, I am sending him a La Potato. He says he's gonna get it working for me, and he'll have the software to be able to work for that, the firmware, whatever you want to call it, and that'll be a big announcement when that is available, because I know a lot of people use it. Now, you won't be able to do helium on it because there's no helium hat on it, but you'll be able to run all the other projects. You'll be able to do the Wingbits and some of these other passive income projects that are on there. They got more that are coming to it, so that'll be a good thing. What I'm also doing right now, as we speak, it's taking its sweet time, is I'm attempting, again, on my own. I don't know if this is going to work or not. In theory, I guess it should work, but I took one of my synchro bits apart if y'all have ever seen any of my previous videos where you can take your Syncrobit Pi with the module or whatever, take it off the Syncrobit, you can put it on one of these modules that you get from Amazon and you can program it. I did that for Wingbits just by putting Pi OS on it and stuff. I am attempting right now as we speak in this video. It's only at 26%. It's been going for 10, 15 minutes now. I'm attempting to burn BHS firmware on that Syncrobit device. Then I'm going to take it and put it back into my Syncrobit, see if I can run Helium, Wingbits, or something like that. I know a lot of people had Syncrobit devices. I think it'll be huge if that works. Again, that will be unofficial. Even if I do happen to get it working, that is completely still unofficial because it's never been tested by the Bitharvest guys and stuff like that. But I'm sure it's going to be on the list. A lot of people asked about the Bobcats with Bitharvest. You know, I had a Bobcat. The version was the G280, and there are multiple different models. There's a G285, 290, 295. I'm not familiar with all of them. I just happened to I had 3 or 4 of them, took mine apart, and mine was a G280 Bobcat. Sent it off to them months and months ago as part of their test and beta testing, and I now have Bitharvest running on that device, and it runs smooth. It runs great. The only thing with the Bobcats are you don't have a USB port. What looks like a mini USB port is not a USB port. So they're trying to get that finagled somehow to be able to work. But again, the other projects on that device do work. Wingbits and the passive income projects, and whatever we plan on adding later. The install is a little bit different, but that Bobcat works great. It works. So we know we got that. They are working. Bitharvest told me they are working on a base license. You know, some people had commented about right now all you can get with them is the premium one. You know, they want to do the premium one because the premium one lets them have access to your device so they can, you know, they're still, even though it's released, they still want to be able to get into it if it does hiccup or anything like that. So with the premium, you have any issues at all, they can remote into that and fix or take care of, look into whatever problems you may have. That's with the premium. But some people don't want to pay the monthly fee for the premium. You know, you do get less projects included in it, but with the single license version or the base license, you still get your Things 1X and your Crank and it's only certain versions of Crank. I'm not familiar with the whole Crank project at all, but I know looking at that, some versions will. There was a new version of Crank that came out or something. If you own the old version, it still works. Don't quote me on all that, but you know, you still get the Wingbits, you still get the Helium with the base version. You still can participate in the CureCoin thing. So, and it's a one-time only price. And even if you can't run, like say, Helium on some of these devices, the fact that I just find for a one-time cost of, was it $18, $19, depending on how many licenses you want, $17, it's just way easier to manage. It's a way easier way to manage what's going on with that. So, looking at myself, and it's got such a delay that I'm watching what I said 2 minutes ago on the YouTube page on my other monitor. So they are working on that base license that should be coming up soon. On the firmware side, they are working on, some people ask for a safe shutdown. Instead of just having to unplug, you know, there's no real way of shutting that down before you unplug it or have to work on it or do anything to it. So they are working on a safe shutdown button for servicing your miner. There is also, people have asked for a packet forwarder reset button. And I actually had one issue with mine where for some reason my Helium didn't look like it was working right. They looked into it and my packet forwarder had to be just reset or rebooted, restarted, something like that. And they did it and it's working fine now. I'm getting rewards on Helium. It's working great. There's also going to be a manual update button. If for some reason when they push updates out, your update should be automatic. And don't quote me on it, but I know it was like, you know, a certain time in the early morning or something like that, the automatic updates or checks for updates. I'm looking through the notes I had. But if for some reason you know, and they're saying, hey, we're on this version now, we're doing this now, and it's, or you should be able to see this project now, or it should be acting like this, or you should be able to see this reset button, and you don't think you're on that right version, there will be a manual update button coming soon, so you can check for that manual update button. They are working on cloud database. There are some people, I had 20, 25 miners for Helium at one point, maybe almost 30. Some of them bit the dust, but I don't have that many anymore. But I also don't have that many places to put Wingbits stuff out. But either way, for people who are, I've seen in their Discord, people who are looking for large fleet versions of Bitharvest. You can contact those guys directly. Make sure you're in the Discord. But they are working on their cloud database for fleets. They are working on a G285, 290, and 295 firmware for Bobcats, and then after those three is when they'll come eventually for the G280 version of Bobcat. So, like I said, and then I am sending them it's probably easier for me just to go on Amazon to buy a little potato for $35 and just send it directly to them, let them deal with it, and I don't have to worry about packaging mine up, bringing it to the post office, standing in line, dealing with people, because I'm a happy-go-lucky person. And I'll just ship it directly to them and let them play with it and get it working. But I think a love potato is going to be huge, again, because there's so many people using it. What else? I saw my video yesterday, people panicking, going crazy. Bitcoin dropped by $75, and hell, the whole world's coming to an end. This has been the same yo-yo pattern forever. Look, y'all know I am not a TNA guy, but sometimes I still say, I think by not being a TNA, like TA guy, that it almost makes me not see things that they think are there. But, when you look at some of these charts, it isn't, let me see if I can do this without. Y'all know last stream, I had to hide last stream because when I started Googling stuff, Google popped up some goofy, stupid stuff. And I have no idea how, especially on the network I was on. The network I was on was only my Helium and Bobcat network that is very, very low data. You couldn't stream a video on it if you wanted to save your life or anything. It's very low data. They give me a great price on it. And but Google popped up some goofy stuff. And yes, it was not good. Not good at all. So I don't know what's even going to show up on this. So we have the Bitcoin chart here. Too bad. Let's see. And as y'all can see, like I showed y'all yesterday, it bounced around. Yesterday we did our video. This is the 15-minute chart. I like looking at the 15-minute chart. Sometimes, 1 minute or 5 minutes are too fast. 1 hour or 1 day is too slow to see kind of what's changing and stuff. But even the 1 hour chart, we did our video yesterday, somewhere around here. So, it was down here, it bounced up. But I keep saying the same thing. When in doubt, you zoom out. And when you look at where we came from, I keep hearing people say 58,000, but there's no drops to 58,000 that this bounced off of. It did 58,000 way back here and bounced off that. Didn't even close on that. Where all these people say talking about 58,000, I don't know. I know y'all don't follow my channel for Bitcoin. We're more into the altcoins and degen coins and all this stuff like that. But y'all have to admit, Bitcoin makes the world go round as far as the crypto. If Bitcoin crashes, everything's crashing. If Bitcoin's surging, there might be a delay, but y'all know that even though there might be a delay, Bitcoin, eventually people might take profits out. But even while Bitcoin's going up, all these alts, a lot of these alts are going up. A lot of these degen stuff's going up. and then eventually people start taking a profit out of alts. I mean, out of Bitcoin, and start really putting them into alts, and then it goes up even more. So you have to pay attention somewhat to Bitcoin with some of these projects, and that's all there is to it. Another big news today. I guess I should have put that little emblem back up on here, but TD, Big Red. I told you all over the weekend that I was taking profits in Kulo and Big Red. I didn't really mess with WIF at all. I guess I should have. WIF was at 4 something. We'll talk about WIF in a second. But Big Red, I took profits over the weekend, and it was 0.09 when I took profits. It was way up here at some point, and then it comes down, it comes down, it comes down, and here we go. So yeah, I take profits, and then what happens? Big Red gets listed today on a CEX. They got listed on the MEXC, and when they got listed on MEXC, they took off, and that was somewhere around here, and you can see they basically have gone, and they went 9 to 12 to 13 to 14. They had a pretty decent jump. Now, of course, I was sick to my stomach, because if I just would have been patient, like everything else, 50% increase. That's what they had until they got resistance, And even right now, they're up 30%. So, Big Red, AVAX, y'all know I'm very, very big on AVAX, not financial advice. But I'll be honest with you, the AVAX price has not really been reflecting all this stuff that that Big Red's been doing. And that's what Big Red is, the second largest meme coin on AVAX, if I'm not mistaken. You would think that all these people who, if somebody new wants to get in Big Red, technically they're having to buy AVAX, aren't they? To be able to get into that. I guess not with the CEX, they can just do directly now. But either way, yeah. Daniel, I want to let you know, I didn't forget about you, man. I have your card sitting right here, ready to go. I got your message. Life has just been crazy, but I do have your card ready to go. I will get it out to you before the weekend, I promise. I promise I'll get it out to you before the weekend. Every day I go home after work and I'm like, I didn't send that man's card again. Gosh darn it. Usually I have worse words than that for myself. But Daniel, I promise you, I got all your information. I got all the stuff you needed me to load on it. This card will go in the mail. I have two other gifts or handouts, whatever you want to call it, from previous videos. People, when I was giving away some of these USB devices, the 2 people who wanted the VHF ones, that's going out tomorrow on Friday, and this will go out on Friday for Daniel. I appreciate Daniel's been a loyal follower of mine since way in my early YouTube pages. We were in previous projects and stuff together. And Daniel, on the other side of the world, man, I appreciate it. I have no idea what time it is, where you're at. I appreciate you following me, man, and supporting me everywhere on Discord and stuff like that. And I feel bad that I have not gotten this out to you, but I promise you it is coming out to you, man. But thank you for following me. I appreciate it. Daniel, you must not follow a lot of YouTube guys if I'm your favorite. Because like I said, I'll look back at my videos, or I'll get home. I'm so embarrassed of my videos, I don't even want my family to watch them. That's how bad I am. I just try to bring some of this information out without all the fluff. Not that I want to knock other people, but like I'm a and I hate to call her out, but I'm gonna call her out just because I still follow her. But like Wendy O, I don't think she can do almost I want to challenge her. Not that she's ever gonna listen to me or even knows who I am, but I'd like to challenge her to do one video without doing clickbait. Every freaking title she has now is clickbait. It's like the most absurd stuff. And some of the stuff she comes up with that she even talks about now. And like she's I know there's some loyal XRP people out there. So I don't want to get in so I'm not even on the right screen. I thought I was back on this screen, and here I am. I apologize. But Wendy O is I she can't do a video without clickbait. It's some crazy absurd stuff. And then I know there's a lot of XR people. That's what I was getting at. That are loyal XRP. And you know, I own a very little bit of it, but people have to be real about XRP. It's an older coin. You know, you supposedly have all these agreements and stuff with banks and stuff like that. But now she's claiming that they're going to be the first worldwide CDBC or some crap like that. And then she's talking about how XRP, which if I'm not mistaken is based off the BSC chain, when you look at what CoinMarketCap says about it, they're on the BNB Smart Chain, but yet they just entered some type of agreement with Ethereum for a stable coin. Like, I don't understand that. Again, I'm not a loyal follower. I'm sure they got people, you know, not that I have a lot of followers, but I'm sure somebody has to be a big XRP max in here. Let us know what that's about. Why would you, if XRP is trying to be it, and they're from BNB chain, why are you working with with ETH? I refuse to buy anything ETH at this time. And I tell y'all this in these videos. I could be missing out. I could be screwing up royally, and by not buying some of these meme coins from ETH or even some project coins. But I have an issue when I try to buy some of these coins. Look, I understand there was an upgrade, and people say, oh, that helped the gas fees. Apparently, I'm clicking on the wrong coins because I just tried to get one 3 or 4 days ago that somebody told me about. And I was trying to buy like $50 worth of this coin, and it literally was charging me $35 to $40 in gas. Why? Why would I buy that today? You know, or the other day when I was selling my some of my TD Big Red and my Kulo, I got charged like 7 cents worth of AVAX, 10 cents worth of Polygon Matic. Why would I buy that in ETH? Why would XRP get involved with ETH when they're trying to differentiate themselves from everybody else? I don't know. I don't know. But, you know, she's talking about that kind of stuff, and it just reminded me that y'all not going to see me do clickbait type titles. I might do kind of open titles where, like, y'all won't believe what I said to DEFLI today, just to kind of lure some people in. But I did really say that in the video. You know, she's coming up with complete stupid stuff that she's not even discussing in the video. It's just clicking stuff. But she is cool, and, you know, I don't mind following her. Just to, you know, I like to hear what different people have to say. And I suggest all that to everybody all the time. You can't just go off what one person says. You have to listen to several people if you got time. And you kind of take Frankie Candles. I love Frankie Candles. You know, he looks at candles and he looks at these charts a different way. You know, I love Tyler. That dude will make you laugh. My wife, who knows nothing about crypto, if I'm watching YouTube on TV, Tyler will make her fall down laughing, and she'll even know what the hell he's talking about. You have to follow some of these people. There's certain people I can't stomach anymore. Ben from whatever project he is now, that's a sad spiral I can't watch anymore. And I don't watch too much of even of his old channel. You know, so talking about all that. So what else we got going on? Let me see what else. I know that I'm starting to have some issues with. I know I pushed Silencio. Y'all know I really like Silencio. One issue I'm having with Silencio is you're in the middle of doing. Today I was at 27 minutes of a reading, if you call it. Somebody calls my phone. Well, you can't control that. You can't control who's going to call your phone at the time. And I know that when I answered the phone and I hung up and I go back to Silencio, the app reset. It opens up the app like it's brand new. So all 27 minutes worth of my stuff is gone. I know that people are complaining about that online. So I don't know if it needs to cache that information. So when I open it back up, it at least gives me credit. I might not be able to open the 3 boxes on the bottom for my bonus points, but that's something that I think they need to be concerned with. As more and more people, because people are going to start getting frustrated if they try to run this project and that kind of happens. So something I brought up with Silencio, but other than that, Silencio is a very easy app for those of y'all like while you're sitting there eating, you sit there, and that's all I do is I open up the app and then turn it upside down so my microphone's there, put it in a little napkin holder, and eat my lunch when I'm at a restaurant or a little deli that we have down here or something like that. I like Silencio. NATIX has a couple different changes going on. Living in Dallas, NATIX, I'm having that issue with NATIX too. NATIX, I have almost a 30-minute ride to work every day, 30-minute ride home, and if the traffic is worse. Yesterday, I drove all the way to work, and look, before I pull out my driveway, I have NATIX running on an old phone, because I need to use my phone for work or whatever. So I have it running the old phone. So I have that tethered or off my Wi-Fi that's in my vehicle. Every day, I set it up, put the map on, I put it vertical, horizontal, stick it up there. I drove all the way to work, and somehow, when I got to work and pressed the little X button on the left so that you can do it, it's asking me to sign in with my Google account. So I got 0 credit for that. Like, how does that work? You were already open, probably getting readings. So now that NATIX and Silencio is related, I don't know. Having issues again with sword chain motors. Driving, I know that before I start driving, I take it and I make sure that I open up my tethering and it gets connected and all this stuff like that. And then I know it, I got double green, so that I put the phone down, come driving. Same thing. I drive 20 minutes to where I'm going. I come back before I leave, before I get out the car, look at it. For some reason now it says it's disconnected. What the shit? I hate to sound like I'm always complaining, ladies and gentlemen, but passive income should be as passive as possible. Or don't call it passive income. I don't know really what else is going on. I just got Daniel's message. You got your device. So I'm gonna get it out to you, man. I'm gonna get it out to you. Really don't have that much more for right now. I'm just looking through my chart of other stuff I'm in my Discord. Demo, but I'm seeing, people's Demo's working. I can't. Do I wish the rewards were a tad better instead of making $2 a day? Yeah, who wouldn't? But it works. I don't have to worry about if it's connected or not. I just wish more projects would take advantage of the Helium network that we helped build and would take the hint of how to connect seamless. I know I'm regurgitating the same stuff every week, and I apologize for those who did not see my videos that I do on Mondays of updating projects. So I'm going to say this again. It's awesome that I can take that device, put it into my son's vehicle and my wife's vehicle. Once it's first set up, I don't ever have to touch it again unless it needs an update, which is I have not had to update it in months. I don't have to worry about it. It's hooking up to the Helium network at my house. I have another Helium connection at a host location close to where their school is. It's connecting to one of those. It's connecting around here when it come by my work and come into where the town I work in. It just works. And I talk highly of it. And I know people can't get them, but still, that's passive income at its finest. $2 to $4 a day, whatever it is, plus some bonus. I know when I get to that next bonus level from what I'm seeing on videos and when I'm reading, that next bonus level will be very, very good. And, I'm curious to see what that does. Bull market's coming, so you hope that demo price can go up some. I don't know if it's going to go up or not. Let's see what demo's doing right now. I've seen actually demo onboards are getting lower. I'm wondering if that's because, at one time they were doing 5,000 to 6,000, 5,500 devices every week. That has dropped drastically. Is that because they can't get stock in people's hands? I don't know. So for the last 7 days, you see how much has dropped here. This to me, this is a little concerning because Bitcoin has been going up and down during this. But I'm not going to let 1 month, scare me to what I can and cannot do. So, what to expect. When you look at it where it's down from where it was down here, these people who were in demo this all this time, they loving life right now. So who knows? That's something else I want to talk to, but I don't want to sit here and we got Kulo. Oh, I drew this cool curve. If somebody could tell me what the hell this curve's called, but everything usually is like in the straight line, left or right of channels. And then I found on TradingView this curve, and that's what Kulo seems to be doing right now. It's almost like a ski slope, you know, the ski slope of your money going away. But Kulo is something. Let me tell you, Kulo is proves that you can do all the advertising and craziness you want. Because I'm gonna tell you, they haven't given up on this coin. When you go to X or Twitter or whatever it's called, um, you know, but they are advertising the hell out of this coin. They got billboards up. They had this huge party in Cancun. They got a lot of followers. The fact that it's still just steadily going down is just very, very, very surprising to me. They had this thing going down, and now it's just down here. Like you want to kick it and say, "Come on, man, do something." Swinging sausage curve. I like that. That's what you want to call it. Somebody's getting the sausage in this. That's for sure. This was very. I'm gonna tell you, and I guess what hurts me the most is when I know several of y'all heard it, but when I bought it down 5 zeros and a 2, this is where I bought it at right here, and it went to here, and I'm looking at new houses and tell my wife I'm paying off our car and all that, and then it's here. Oh God, that was disgusting. Because for those who are married, your wife's telling you this whole time when you bragging everybody about how you're in the coin, and that coin is up. Oh, where we at? 2,000%. You do the math on that, you know, and I put a couple of $100 into it when it was down here. And the whole time your wife's like, "You better take some out of it. You better take some out of it. You take anything out of that?" And I'm like, "Come on, woman, you don't know nothing about crypto." That's why we can't go to the casino, because I'll play roulette and I'll get on some numbers, and then she's like, "You better take that money." And then she goes to the bathroom and comes back, and all of a sudden the roulette, my table's empty. Like, I got robbed. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I got to eat on that one. But still, Kulo is a lot of people know that follow me that I have been talked to by several people about starting a meme coin. And when I started even talking about it and said we're probably going to do it, we even had a meme coin pop up on Solana called the Grumpy or Grumpy something. It had surged up at the ready to begin him. It then crashed. But, I had nothing to do with that. But this has scared the hell out of me because I know how much advertising and social media Kulo is doing. And the fact that you watched it drop like that, I don't know what it is. That goes to show you that not everything. But then you look at WIF, and y'all know WIF was my first coin that I ever pushed on my channel back in Christmas. And you look at where WIF was. I'm trying to find where it was. Let's take a look at WIF real quick. So you got WIF here, and Christmas Eve, I talked about WIF. WIF was about 20 something cents, 24 cents when I talked people into buying on it. And then it went down here, and I'm like, oh, I'm never going to talk about a meme coin again. But I bought more at 9 cents, 13 cents, something like that. And then I sold at 42 cents. And I thought I was a genius, man. Bought at 9 cents, 42 cents. Whoo, I made some money. Yeah. And then it went all the way up here. So at 75 cents, I bought a decent amount and got back in at 75 cents. So I'm just letting it ride. So here's another one. Here's another one that surged all the way up here. And now slowly coming down. So here you go again. Y'all know I bought it at 75 cents. You came all the way up here. 483 was ranked like 27, 28, 29 on CoinMarketCap. Now it's back down to 350. Do you sell? I like that, Daniel. I like that. So let's look at WIF real quick. Oh, so I'm curious to see. So WIF's down to number 38, 37. You know, and it goes to show you how much some of this has changed, man. It's, you know, you got WIF right here at 37, and at one time it was at 28 and 29. Passed up Cosmos, passed up Immutable X. ARB, everybody loved ARB. Chronos, look how big that exchange is. Render was being pushed for a while. So does WIF come back? You know, Solana coin. I want to look at Doge. Doge is down 17%. I'll never mess with Doge again. But that's my own personal thing. I got into all the hype 3 or 4 years ago when it was going to $1. I was trading it and selling it on the way up and buying down. I was doing great. And all of a sudden, the Saturday Night Live thing came out with Elon X, and it went. And I just, every time, I'm so sick of hearing these YouTubers and people talk about Elon's coming out with this for Doge. No, he's not. But hey, you can make money with it. You catch it on the right dip. It's. Oh, somebody else asked about. It's a lot of green for an hour. A lot of green. The day is green. What's W? Okay. I sit here and look at some of this stuff all day, and I'm going to show you can't follow everything. Pendle up 17 and number 71. Core. Anybody? Yeah, but Sidewinder, I might get in trouble for this comment, but is she ever not? You know, I have one that'll sit there and say, if you would only do this, I mean, just go fix this landscape in the front and everything's fine. You do that and you come inside and you're like, why didn't you do this? Hey man, you know. So so apparently I don't even know how to pronounce that word, so I don't even know how to say that, but you know. Yeah, just because y'all know the kind of guy I am. Let's take a look at that. Harry Potter Russell son. I can't. I just can't. I can't. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and I just can't. It's only a cool market cap here. Oh, site change. Okay. Say RTAC. Hmm. That 0.007. Hey man, bull market's here. You never know. Rank 950. You know, does it still have projects? Does it still have things going on, or is it kind of a dead deal now? Hey man, 23 hours. They're still pushing stuff. Y'all, what's that? Are y'all still holding that, or y'all? Let me tell y'all. And look, I'm not saying this about this project. Don't take this the wrong way. But one motto that I have is and I've talked about this on several videos, so it has nothing to do with this one video, this one thing. One thing I will say is, even shit coins go up in the bull market. They have we watched that in the last bull market when it was hot and heavy. Projects that have been completely abandoned, and they go up. Now they might not go up as much as some of the other ones, but I mean, if you still hold this at this point, you just hold it. I've got coins like that too. That once they go down so much, you might as well just hold it at this point. And so, the fact that they're still on Twitter X, they're still pushing stuff out. To me, that's a good sign. Not familiar with it. It's just beta testing that now live. Hey guys, you never know. I will say that I will say that one issue I had with the last bull market was I was in so many different coins. My Exodus wallet, I had to sit there and scroll to go through the coins I had. And I would treat and try to DCA, and I'm only putting $10 in this coin and $3 in this coin and stuff because I had so many coins and I was watching so many, all these coins, everybody swore was going up. And if I would have reduced a lot of that and put it only into certain coins, I would have did way better in the bull market. But I know what my portfolio and Exodus looked like at the height of the bull market, and I never thought I would see that number in something I was ever invested in. And all that the last bull market you got imprinted in your head was diamond hands, diamond hands, diamond. You are a wussy if you sell. You don't sell. You diamond hands. You diamond hands. You diamond hands. And I can't. Hold on one second, guys. All right. So I can't. I'm not going through that. I diamond handed it and watched my Exodus wallet fall 90%. 90%. That's why I made that. If I ever showed y'all my Google sheets of all the different coins I liked, and this was the all-time high, and how much all of them were down was 90% on stuff like that. 90%. I'm not doing that again. I'm gonna tell you right now. At some point when I have time, which who knows when that'll be, I'm watching certain videos and people are saying you have to set goals. You have to say, hey, I'm buying into ADA this much, which I'm not really DCAing that much in ADA anymore. I'm trying to move on to some other coins, but I was DCAing a lot of ADA, Atom, Vet, Solana in the bull market. I mean, in the bear market. I have to figure out some kind of goals to start taking profit. But we all know that's hard. It's hard because when that stuff's doing this, you don't want to take anything out because if you take some out and it continues to go up, that magnifying effect isn't as much as it was. Or you hearing people talk about WIF, and WIF's going to Coinbase, and just think it's going to be a top 20 coin. You look at the coin market cap; it's got room for that. Look where it's at now, down $1. Hey, we said WIF was done at $2. We said WIF was done at $3. We said WIF was done at $4. It hit 450, 460. Same thing with TD and stuff like that. Same thing with Kulo. They said, don't, Kulo's coming to this and Kulo's going to get this. Don't sell yet. Don't sell yet. And I diamond handed that, and look what that led me. I don't learn. My wife reminds me of that all the time too. So what else we got? Call of Duty came out with a new update. If any of y'all play Call of Duty, I've been watching the heck out of that, playing that. Rebirth Island. Anybody old Call of Duty people that used to play Rebirth Island in the original Warzone? It's back. A lot more colorful. I do have a Twitch stream. If you ever want to see a bunch of old guys get owned by some kids, Red Bull drinking crazy kids, that's the channel for you. We get first place and start celebrating like we won the lottery. It's the little things, It's the little things. So I'm kind of just skimming through. I don't want to say I'm rambling. I'm kind of just skimming through announcements from these different projects to see if there's anything I need to pass on to y'all. If y'all not into all this stuff, grass. I don't know what's going on with grass, man. It's Silencio, NATIX, Fry. GeoNet. Tell you what, GeoNet is something I wish I would have got into in the beginning. People making some good money with that. I don't know who's in it, who's not in it, but oh man, let's see Wingbits. I watched somebody in the Wingbits Discord try to say that Weather XM was better than Wingbits, and I think if I could have crawled through the Discord, it would have been bad. Like Wingbits is, I mean WXM has been promising rewards for how long now? 2 to 3 years. Wingbits has only been around a couple of months. How are you gonna sit? I can't keep my wing. I mean, my WXM won't even stay connected. How are you gonna compare that and say WXM is easier to deal with than Wingbits? You don't even have to pay anything to get in Wingbits. That's so freaking stupid. Stupid. And if the person that said that is in the video, thanks for watching, man. I appreciate it. But I can't understand how somebody can think that. Um, you know, y'all know I'm straight and honest. I do still worry if Wingbits is going to have a sellable type infrastructure, if that's the word to use. Try to get people to buy in and stuff like that. I think they have some great ideas. When you watch their live videos and stuff, um, if they can sell that data to some people, it's going to be highly, highly successful. Because again, it doesn't cost to get in. What better model is that? Instead of having to spend like Chirp that wants you to buy an $800 miner. I haven't even followed that. I haven't even been in that Discord to even see what's going on. But an $800 or $900 miner for something that's not on LiveNet yet, that's crazy. Um, what you have to pay to get involved in Crank, and Crank when you're in that Discord, that guy that runs that, he's a live one. Things went X was something I was trying to get involved in, but then they quit onboarding stations in the United States for some reason. So that's something I wanted to get involved in. But again, you look at how much it costs to get involved. That with Wingbits, you don't have that. And you know, Daniel, what I'm gonna say is, y'all know I'm a huge supporter of Wingbits. Before I say what I'm about to say, I'm not gonna say they're the king yet until they go mainnet, and then we see what happens after that. I still believe that I'm in a lot of these projects hoping for the next helium. I just need one. You know, we want one to be very successful. I will say this: the one thing that I like about Wingbits is you go right now to Wingbits Discord, and those people who are in, not just some guys that they said, hey, help us mod, kind of like what I was with DEFLI and stuff. I was not with DEFLI, but I helped them mod the Discord because I was in it so much. The actual Wingbits people are in their Discord. The same thing with Bitharvest. And that means a lot to me. And that's why I'm so high on those projects. Those guys are in there. You can ask them direct questions. You can you can open up tickets, PM them, and they're there to help you. And both those projects, I think that's huge. You go to Grass, and Grass is a cluster fudge of nonsense that you feel you have to go wash your eyes out with bleach after you've seen some of the nonsense that goes on in there, and you can't find somebody with the Grass product no matter which project, no matter which one of them Grass channels you go into. And a lot of projects are like that. And it's sad because Discord is where a lot of people go to in this realm of passive income crypto projects. That's where they go and get their information from. You know, and then you have a project like DeFly that when you try to join it, they have this huge freaking thing. And of course, I can't post it because my channel will get dinged and I get in trouble again. Then why are you so ashamed of it? But when you try to join DeFly, it sits there and gives you this long of a disclaimer that says you have to ask for permission to get in. You have to already be in the project. Let us know what the name of your project, your station is. You promise that you won't say a bad thing about us in our Discord. You can't say a bad thing about them in any other Discord. You can't say a bad thing about them on any social media. And if you do, you're booted from the project. And if you share anything that's in that DeFi in that Discord, you're booted from the project. Why would anybody get involved in that these days? What how is that project would even survive? Like think about that. Change the word DEFLI with any other project and say, hey, I got involved in Wingbits. But Wingbits said if I said one bad thing about them, I got booted. If I said one bad thing, all of a sudden I'm not getting rewards anymore. It wouldn't work. But when one lone guy runs a project, you know, and that's why I've gravitated towards these other projects because you don't have that. I've seen what the bottom, I've seen what the worst is, and you go to these other projects that are ran correctly. The guys are in the Discord. It's more than one person, and you can tell they're passionate about their project and everything like that. And that's why these projects, the ones that I'm talking about, are so good. Um, I don't know about Fry. I hate to talk negative about them, but Fry's another one that they have a good following, but you're involved in so many different things. You're really concentrating on anything. You're going from weather to air monitoring to satellite mining to different things like that. Um, Sidewinder, I'm gonna tell you if and this is me just being dead honest. I'm in the process of building a computer right now. For those who haven't known, if those who haven't seen those videos and stuff, and I'm making it a very high end project. I'm also buying it per payday or per certain coins, getting profit. And I gotta for those who are familiar with computer building, I already bought Intel 13900K processor. Already got a motherboard that's got Wi-Fi 7 on it. Not that we even need Wi-Fi 7, but I want it for the future. That motherboard costing me $300 something was crazy. I just bought the RAM for it, which is 6400 speed of DDR5 RAM. That was $250, $300. I got a power supply because the power supply was on sale on Amazon, but it was a 1250 power supply, couple $100. My money, anytime I get a little bit extra money, my point is it's going to that. But if it wasn't for that, I swear I would be getting involved in GeoNet or whatever it's called because I can't find a negative thing about it. I've done my research on it. Again, none of this is financial advice for anybody who's watching this later or anything like that, but I can't find anything negative on it other than the initial price tag. The initial price tag is a oof that it's hard for. I know I've been talking to several people who've asked me offline or through Discord or through email or whatever else I'm on, Facebook, that like about my thoughts, and basically that's their hiccup too. And this discussion comes up with several different projects of, do you want to be like Wingbits where it's free? But the argument is, from some people is, do people give a what with free? Where if somebody really is paying $600 to get in, they're going to be passionate towards it. They're going to be interested in it. They're going to care to make sure that the project is ran right, that their miners are set up right versus free. I can understand both sides of the argument. People like me who have a daughter in softball and a 16, 17-year-old son who's eating me out of house and home, and on top of building a computer, on top of other bills I got, $600 is a little bit harder to get into. What helps though is the fact that it is paying out rewards, and that's a huge plus. Because I don't think at this point I would ever get into. I'm in so many projects in testnet and not on mainnet yet. I don't think I'd get any more projects that cost me money that I'm hoping something happens. I'm in Sword Chain. I'm in yeah, Moken and so whatever like that. You know, I have $500 right now out on Hive Mapper. Who knows when I'm gonna get that camera? But I know the only reason I don't cancel that Hive Mapper and finish my computer is because I know I'm getting 4,000 honey token, and those 4,000 honey token at the last price I checked was gonna be like $550, $600. It instantly pays it off, and I'm in the black after that, as they say. But GeoNet, I'm gonna tear it down. I was pulling the trigger on GeoNet. If y'all watched my videos 2, 3 weeks ago, I was pulling the trigger on that until I found out about the halving, and I guess helium just burned me with how bad those rewards went down, especially after halving. What helped helium was the price did go up a little bit after halving, but now when you look at it, it didn't just halved again. Oh Jesus! So living doubts. I have no idea what XNet is, but I'm gonna tell you what. I know you asked the other day about XNet, so I'm taking my old-fashioned sticky note because I'm an old guy, and I got sticky notes on my desk, and I'm writing XNet down, and I promise you, I will look up XNet. I'll take it, and I'm sticking it on my monitor, buddy, and I promise I will look up XNet, start doing some research on it, and I will see what that's about. So let me ask you, like, is XNet more like the, like, what's it do? Like, is it radio based? Is it another device that goes in your vehicle? You know, let's see. Y'all know I'm scared to be on screen doing any kind of Google searching. I learned my lesson on that. I could be typing XNet in and Google's gonna pop up something X that I really don't want to know about. That's what happened last week. Last week, for those who weren't watching my live, I was typing trying to type Bitharvest, and the first two letters of Bitharvest are BI. So somehow when I looked up, it pulled up buy and gay something, and then it was just, I was trying to delete and it just got worse. So, all right, let's see. So we got XNet here, first blockchain powered mobile carrier. Well, first of all, they get a vote for me just because it's cool when you move the mouse around. I could play with this for it's the little things, man, the little things. So news coming soon. Let's see. So they got a Discord. I'm gonna join the Discord and I'll start looking into it and see what it's got. Um, yeah, no, I gotta complete all these steps and give up DNA sample and a blood sample and sperm sample and a spit in the cup, pee in the cup sample before it allows me to start looking around. Verify. I'm gonna look into it, man. I will look into it, see what it's got to offer. Start doing some of my own research on it. I'll start looking for some videos and stuff like that. You know, so I got that in there. I know that there's a couple of guys that I follow on YouTube that are also into a lot of these passive. You got passive crypto mining. That's a guy I talk to on Facebook a lot, and follow all his videos. I have him also, passive crypto mining. If y'all belong, if y'all are members of his thing, y'all look him up, passive crypto mining. So he has a lot of deep pin stuff. He's a really good guy. I bounce a lot of ideas off of him. He is in our Facebook group. If y'all not familiar with our Facebook group, we do have a Facebook group for the for deep pin stuff. So he is in there also. But he has a lot of videos, and I'll push him out. That he is his videos is what convinced me to try Hive Mapper in the beginning, and then his videos are the ones that convinced me when I was going to cancel my order to let it go for this 4,000 honey bonus. He talks about GeoNet. If y'all familiar with him, if y'all seen those videos, he has a new one right here, Foggy. See, so y'all y'all can go find him, and then there's another guy who I met him through. I know some of y'all aren't biggest fans, but Tech Hustler. Hey, he gave me a shout out on one of his videos, and my subscribers went up. And I believe in helping each other, scratching each other back. That's the kind of guy I am. And he mentioned me, and actually he mentioned me in the DEFLI video. He talked about DEFLI, Wingbits, and another one. And my subscribers went up, and I emailed them and warned them that, just watch out for. All I said was just watch out for DEFLI. 'Cause if you say anything negative, your YouTube channel will get hit by DEFLI with copyright violations. And he said, "Thanks, I appreciate the heads up," and he'll watch, kind of what he does, and it was cool. But he does have also a lot of these passive income projects that I know a lot of people push Casper. Well, look, there you go, right here, XNet. So there it is, man. So I will be watching this. I'm going to the gym when I'm done. I'll have my headphones in instead of listening to music. I might be watching some XNet videos. Um, if any of y'all are into healing, a pebble thing is something somebody told me about a while back too, and I never really started looking into it. Another guy who, if y'all are into any of the helium mobile stuff still and stuff like that, a guy I came across is Just In Case. If y'all ever want to see what some of the stuff he does, I kind of, like I said, I kind of like these guys that don't go crazy with the production stuff. That kind of stuff like that. So, I don't know what's going on with weather, but well, we've been going on for an hour, rambling on and on. Y'all know I can sit here and talk for 2 or 3 hours. People complain that my videos are too long now, so I'm not gonna keep y'all. I'm gonna go online. I'll check to see what. What else we got? I was in first place yesterday in fantasy baseball, and I fell. Look, I got 2 home runs. I don't know if y'all play fantasy sports also, but I'm a huge St. Louis Cardinals fan. If y'all have seen my hat, but I can't watch baseball. I'll be dead honest with you. I can watch baseball at the ballpark. I can go to we try to go to St. Louis once a year. We used to go to Houston, Texas. Um, I'd love to go to the Dallas uh, Rangers, Texas Rangers baseball park. Um, but life's just too crazy. But I can watch baseball. Cannot watch it on TV. Can't do it. Just can't do it. You know, I do this in fantasy football, and nothing football. If the Saints are playing, it's one thing. Man, 2 home runs is good. And I was working on something else. It's always something. Going through PC part picker, picking up my parts for picking up parts for the computer. Yeah, everything about building a computer. I love PC part picker because you can sit here and pick. You know, you put your processor in here, and then you can sit here and look at what everybody else has built so far. So like me, I can put in my Core i9 105 13.9, and you pick that, and then they'll pull up all these builds that people have done with that particular processor. And then you can also find your motherboard. You can find certain coolers, video cards, and you can see their builds, and you can kind of compare them and stuff like that. So I am dealing with that, and I look at some of these builds, and I'm like, I just think that's badass. I don't know about the purple so much, but these new cards that people are doing, these that are all white, these white machines and stuff like that, you know, the it's just different. Sometimes it's not. they got one I got saved, like this purple one right here. I think that's gorgeous. But let me see. I look. I got a spreadsheet of. First of all, I haven't figured out a case I want yet. Um, I can't figure out if I want a case that has the vents on the front, vents on the side, that type of thing like that. What kind of fan configuration I want and stuff like that. I got NVIDIA. I am probably going to put a 4070 Ti card in it. That's what I have my mind kind of set up for right now, because once you start getting above that, the prices just start getting stupid, and that'll probably be the last thing I buy. I ordered from Amazon today. I ordered the RAM. I ordered my storage drive when I make these kind of videos. I ordered the 6 terabyte storage drive to go on it. I can't figure out what M2 drive I want. I'm doing a 2 terabyte M2 drive for my main drive, and I keep changing my mind between the Western Digital and the Samsung 990, and the reviews are just mixed and matched on both of them. So it's gonna be one of those two. When the Western Digital has a little bit better price, but the reviews are just, you really can't go wrong with either one. So I think that's what I still need. I still need a case, an actual hard drive, and actual hard drive, video card, and some fans, whatever the side of fans I go with. So I got a good amount purchased, and I'll do a video when I build it just to kind of show it along. I want my son to help me so he can kind of learn a little bit about doing that. Also, I do have, I am getting a cooler also, something similar to this, water cool, because those Intel 13900Ks get very hot. But the benchmarks on those have been just as good, if not better, than the 14900s. And for how much more voltage power that 149 takes, they said it's not worth it. At least all the reviews I saw. So, and I'm also curious that I know at one time when I built my last computer, I built one. The processor was so good I could actually do mining on it. I don't know whatever happened with it. If y'all are familiar with that at all, but yes, I could actually do, with nice hash, I could do mining on my last Intel i9 video card. So I don't know if I want to tax it, but there's a part of me that says if I could actually do halfway decent with that card and that setup, just to kind of get a little bit money back on the build, I might do it. I cut my teeth in mining on ASIC miners. I had a Xenon, the big Xenon that was getting me Z-coins, whatever the hell it was called, and then that eventually took a crap after about 2-3 years. And I have a Litecoin miner that I've had it for years, and it did very, very, very well at first. And then recently it's got an issue where when you reboot the ASIC miner, it'll mine for about an hour, and then it just quits mining. You can still get to it. It still shows a very small hash rate, but in all 4 blades inside of it still show up. But I just unplugged it and left it on the side because I ain't got time to troubleshoot it. And at the end, with the how much the hash rate was up to, instead of making me $20 something every 2 or 3 days, it was making me like $5 every 15 to 20 days. And yes, Litecoin was down, but still the hash rate is going so crazy that I had it at a friend's location who didn't care about power, and because he had so much stuff running at this warehouse he had. So it's something that we worked out, and I would help him out with some IT stuff every now and then. And now he actually hosts miners for me too, because that's just how I work with, you know. I help people out, people help me out. That's how the world's supposed to be. But I'm rambling on and on. I am eager to go try this this Bitharvest in this Syncrobit thing. So we'll see how that works out. Y'all can see that. That is from the green card mills from the inside of a Syncrobit helium miner. You buy this outside piece on Amazon. I have videos on that with links and stuff like that. So you can take your, and actually, if this goes back into the Syncrobit helium, you can reuse this outside part for other Syncrobit cards. The Pi is just a little green card in the middle, if you can see that. It's green, so it's going to start going away. But so I just loaded Bitharvest on this, so I'm gonna see if it works. Again, if it don't work, it's not those guys' faults. I'm doing this on my own, and then if it works, then I just pay for the license. That's why I like now, instead of them having a remote into it, you can download their license, put it on your device, then you just pay for it and be done with it. So, all right, I have rambled on way long enough. I appreciate the people who came by and watched this ramble video, and I kind of like the fact that we can just chit chat about stuff like that. I know some people are going to be against it. I know some people are going to complain. I've had people who are harsh on my shorts. I guess there's a whole different crew that watches shorts, and I'm getting some nasty comments about my shorts. YouTube and these videos keep saying a way to build your channel is to try to do one short every day. I gave up on that because I had to delete comments or delete shorts. It got so nasty. Everybody wants these fancy videos and these fancy productions and stuff like that for a short. And y'all know I don't do that for regular videos. I'm not doing that for short. I'm just, when some news comes out, I'm just doing a short to get the news out to people. And people, apparently, whoever watches the shorts and scrolls through the shorts, YouTube shorts, they don't like that. Well, it wasn't helping me none, but I'll still do it every now and then. So I'll get into this card, then I'm going to the gym. I got yard work I'm supposed to be getting done, but there's always tomorrow. So if I don't know if I'm gonna do a video, I'm starting to kind of run out of ideas for videos. I need to do a video on CureCoin. I know that. I need to look into XNet. So, but for anybody who doesn't see me before this weekend, y'all have a great weekend. We got some great weather down here in South Louisiana. 70 degrees with very little humidity. We get about 1 or 2 weekends a year of that, and then I'm sure living in Dallas can tell you. Sooner or later, it'll be like opening up an oven. When you walk out your house and, you know, when you're in your kitchen, you open up the oven and that hot air just rushes you. That's what it's like down here when you walk outside. You just can't breathe. It'll be like that soon. But thanks, everybody, for watching. Appreciate it. God bless everybody. And we'll see you all in the next video.